Just, follow the Asal Guru is that falls in the parampara.
Yes.
And follow the scriptures.
Yes. And very good answers, Pooji. My next question is that. So, who is the Asli Guru? So, you know who is an Akli Guru. Right? See, what I'm wearing right now, this dhoti you can buy for 200 rupees in ISKCON temple. This kurta is for like another, say, 180 rupees. So how much is the total? Huh? 380. Another 30 rupees this kandwa you'll get. And 10 rupees kantimala. Tilak somebody will give for free. What is the total? 420. You can be a 420 guru for 420 rupees. Simple. Okay. How do you know that I am not a 420? Let us spend a little time on that. That's okay. I look like a 420, but you have to prove that I am not a 420. Tell me how. Huh? You should know who is my guru.
You must
So,
be repeating what you have heard from
yes.
the parampara.
So, representative, you all have heard the session. I'm very grateful actually. Hare Krishna. Please, 80 people here cannot be cheated. That is for sure. Right? So, do I have a guru? In myself, with my little 50-gram brain, I can't talk about Krishna. Very simple. Nobody can. You need a guru who passes on that knowledge to you and you can assimilate it, contemplate it, and present it. Right? So you need a guru. What about, how do you know your guru is fake or real? I have a guru. A lot of people say, you have a guru, I have a guru. But how do you know he is not a fake guru? Does he have a guru? Right? Does he have a guru? Does Krishna have a guru? Yes, Krishna also presents a guru so to teach us that even when he comes, he also needs a guru. Sandipani Muni. Right? Very simple. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshantide jnanam jnananas tattva darshinaha. Tattva darshina. Tattva means complete. Complete knowledge, not half knowledge. I know little. You know, I know what I know. You know, I think I know best. Like this, you'll find 1,000 people outside. But do you know everything? No. I don't think I don't know everything. I don't care also whether I know everything. Then you also don't care to talk to him. Tattva darshinaha, somebody who knows full knowledge or he has access to full knowledge. See, I don't have full knowledge. I don't know all the 108 Upanishads. I know maybe Isha Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, of course, Gita Upanishad. I know a little bit. Why am I sitting here and talking? Because I have access to all the Upanishads. Whenever I want, I can. If you ask a question, I can go and consult back my superiors. I do that. I have a Siksha Guru. He stays in NCC 1 from here. You know NCC 1 here? Yeah, his name is Bal Govind Prabhu. He is my Siksha Guru. I have many Siksha Gurus. He is my local most dear Siksha Guru. So whenever there is a question, somebody asks, some Mataji asks a question, I don't know answer. I'll tell her I'll talk to you tomorrow. Immediately I go and call him. Prabhuji, I don't know the answer of this. Then what he will do? He will tell an answer as per scriptures, Shastra. Don't keep Shastra aside. We don't want bogus philosophy. Nobody wants to hear your bogus philosophy. Everybody has a philosophy. If you stop that security person for half an hour to talk, he'll tell security Gita. Right? Everybody has a Gita to tell. We don't want security Gita, housekeeping Gita, right? Gardener Gita. We want Bhagavad Gita. That which Bhagavan has told, right? And without any compromise, whether or not you like, whether or not, is it safe to sit so back and yeah? No, then when Prabhuji is sitting behind you, it's like very close to the, yeah? Okay. Hare Krishna. So whether or not you like it, see, I might discuss something today and half the population will go away saying, hey, Prabhuji, I don't agree with you. Should I discuss that or no? Karna hai, nahi karna hai. A genuine guru doesn't sit here for audience. He sits here for publishing the truth. Whether you are ready for it is another question. And making you ready for it is part of a guru's job. Making you ready for it. I can't bombard everybody and say, you are not eligible, get lost. That's not the right way also. Right? Guru's attitude is to serve. You're all my masters, I'm your servant. Right? That is the right concept. I'm here to serve you, isn't it? I'm here to serve you. And if you're not understanding, my job is to make you understand. And if you're not convinced, then I have to send you to the person who can convince you. As simple as that. So this whole thing is a service, right? Even when you go and tell others, don't think that I have more knowledge than you, or you listen, I'll tell. No, I'm here to serve you. If you want to listen, I can explain, right? If you think I'm qualified to answer your question, I will answer. If you think I'm not qualified to, I'll give prasadam. Right? That's all I can do. So with humility, knowledge goes out. And humility, knowledge acts. Humility is the ingredient between the person who's hearing and the person who's saying. There are three qualities needed for the knowledge to go perfectly from the speaker to the receiver. Three qualities. Whether it is material knowledge, whether it is spiritual knowledge. Number one, the receiver should have respect towards the speaker. If he doesn't have respect, no matter what the speaker says, it does not going to go. Iskan say iskan. Right? Iskan say iskan. Whatever. And next, what is second quality? That person should be desperate to know the answer. I said, Prabhuji, and you ask the question and like, okay, I'll tell the answer after Prashadam. No, Prabhuji, no Prashadam. First answer. Because without this answer, I don't know. I'm getting perplexed. Right? Like Arjuna had questions and he wanted answer right there. It's not like Krishna told, okay, Arjuna, we'll settle the matter in the evening camp. Now you shoot the arrows. We'll discuss later. No. Now, right now, in between, desperateness to know the answers. Right? And third quality is gratitude to God that he has brought that speaker in front of this receiver. Gratitude to Krishna. Krishna, thank you. You brought this guru in my life. I'm very grateful. All our guru is His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He's the one. Me, my Siksha Guru, my Diksha, we are all Xerox machines. Whatever he presented, we'll present it as it is. Like Xerox machine, does it do any scientific work? No. It just shows the thing as it is. Have you seen the Xerox machine typing a new line? Changing anything? No. As long as you are a Xerox machine, you can also be a teacher in spiritual life. In spiritual life, can anybody be a guru here? Everybody can be a guru here. As long as you are repeating the words of your guru. Understood? Yeah. Of course, you can add examples. You can add some time, place, and circumstance. You can present the philosophy in a little different way, which is acceptable. But principles you cannot change. For example, for somebody to practice spiritual life, there are 4 pillars of dharma, which are there. What are the 4 pillars? Satyam, Sauchyam, Daya, Tapasya. Satyam. I will not tell lies. I will not play gambling. Right? That is the main thing. Gambling. Gambling means you will tell lies. Gambling means what? I want big gains in short time. Big gains in short time. That is gambling. Right? So when you gamble, you have a tendency of lying. You have a tendency of lying. Automatically it will come. You don't have to manufacture. Right? So we should avoid gambling. People who want to practice spiritual life should avoid gambling. Is buying shares, selling shares gambling?
Yes.
To some extent, no. To some extent, yes. If you get up in the morning before you brush your teeth, you're seeing share prices, you're gambling. You invested, you like to see once in a week, that's okay if it increases, you're not gambling. How much you are immersed in it, how much you are totally absorbed in it, makes the difference. Right? Yeah, we all have to earn money. We are grahasthas, we have to earn money, we have children, we have wife, husband, parents, we have to take care of them. We have to do our professions. You can be a stockbroker, no problem. But are you totally immersed in that? You're telling lies, you automatically start telling lies. Right? So generally devotees, we don't play games where money is involved. Any game where money is involved, because the tendency to lie will automatically invoke. Whether or not you will tell it, but the tendency is invoked. So that is called Satyam. Sauchyam. Sauchyam means cleanliness. Thought should be clean. When your thoughts are clean, your words are clean. Right? What is not mine is not mine. What is somebody else's is somebody else's. And respectfully, it is somebody else's. Right? My mother, my father, my wife, my husband, my children, my house. Right? And everything belongs to Krishna. That is clean thinking. My father, his wife, his children, his job is not clean thinking. Some problem is there. No illicit sex is part of Sauchyam. Meaning, everybody else except my wife is my mother. And by the way, I'll also treat my wife like a mother in many aspects. That is our culture. Right? That is our culture. So no illicit sex. I will not involve in any kind of relationships outside. Why do we sit separately? Like even in satsangs, in 22nd century, I tell people, Prabhuji is this side, Mata is that side. Because you feel comfortable to just sit, the way you are. You're not disturbed by anybody close by, and you're respectful. You're respectful. The agenda here is not to find a bride or a groom. Agenda, you're all coming here to learn Bhagavad Gita. So focus on that Bhagavad Gita. Right? That is the whole point why you're coming here. So that is called Sauchyam. What is the third one? Tapasya. Or Daya. We can go Daya or Tapasya. Tapasya. Tapasya means what? To give up something that you like for a definite benefit in future. To give up, repeat after me, to give up something that you like for a definite benefit in future. We should teach all our children this one quality. And we should also practice that quality. Whether or not you put them in school, whether or not you make them educated, teach this one quality, they'll be successful in life. To give up something that they like for a definite benefit in future. Right? That's called tapasya. Getting up Sunday morning is a tapasya. Sometime back, one gentleman, he was nicely walking here. He came and told me, Prabhuji, keep the class at 10 o'clock. Now more people will come. I told him, people who will come at 10 o'clock will not hear Bhagavad Gita. Because where is the tapasya? There has to be some tapasya, some austerity from side. Yes, Krishna, for you, I will get up. I want to learn this message. I want to fix my life. Right? For a definite benefit in future. I have to do that tapasya. If we don't teach that, then our children will become burden for the society. Tomorrow, your son will join Amazon and they'll tell there is this project. He'll tell, I cannot do it because it's too hard. Who is to blame? The father who did not lift him for Bhagavad Gita class. Simple. We should teach our children austerity. Austerity is the most important ingredient in spiritual life. Who likes chanting? Nobody likes chanting. I chant 16 rounds every day. Whether or not I like, I will do it because it's for a definite benefit in future. I have resolved to my guru that I will do it every day. That's called spiritual life. Who likes learning Sanskrit verses? No, I don't. You have to learn sometimes. If your guru says this verse is important, learn it. Right? That is called austerity. Taking austerity for a definite benefit. This quality is very, very important in spiritual life. First one is what? Satyam. Second, Sauchyam. Third, Tapasya. Prabhu, I like drinking tea and coffee. Without tea and coffee, I cannot exist. Give it up. Right. Start. Then you will know. Tapasya means to be a servant of only God, nobody else. I am the servant of only Krishna. Nobody else. I am not a servant of anybody else. Think how many masters you have in life. Go back and think how many masters. One master is here. Supreme Master. Isn't it? Banisal Aipanananki. We have become like servants of this. Without this, people can't go to toilet also. That situation, a toilet will not come also. Hare Krishna. That horrible situation it is. Right? Next what? Tea and coffee. Newspaper. My father used to read newspaper. First page, left corner to last page, right corner. Complete, including advertisements, including people who have died messages. Everything is to read, including government tender notices. I'm like, why are you reading the whole thing? I don't know. If I read this, then I'll feel nice. Then my Shiksha Guru Bhagavad Prabhu came and gave him Srimad Bhagavatam. Full set of Srimad Bhagavatam. Said, you read this from left corner high page to right corner low page. He started reading. Then he started attending classes. 18,000 verses, more than 20,000 pages. He read it 3 times. And now he is settled. He's in the bed. He is paralyzed for whatever reason, but he's happy. The same tendency can be converted from material to spiritual. Right? That's called spiritual life. So what was I saying? Got diverted. Daya. Tapasya. Tapasya means to do something that you don't like. You have to do that. You have to do it, right? One Mataji is saying, Prabhuji, my husband is not coming to satsang. You tell him that if you come to satsang, I'll cook the favorite curry that Sunday. I will cook for you. I hate my husband. That is your tapasya. That is your tapasya. Right? You have to make it happen. And for that, you have to go through a. Next, 4th one is what? Daya. Daya. Daya means? What is the difference between Kripa and Daya? Kripa is for known people. Daya is for everyone. If I have a reason not to hurt anybody, why am I hurting? Right? You should think about it. Is there a reason for me to hurt anybody? No. Then I should avoid it. Daya. That is the basic principle. Ahimso parama dharma. Lord Buddha told that. Don't do himsa on others. Right? There are 2 levels of himsa. Material himsa and spiritual himsa. Material himsa means killing somebody, eating something that is not needed. Right? How many of you enjoy the prasadam here? Yeah, you like it? Nice. Did anybody feel one tangdi kebab, one should be added? Chicken manchurian should be added. Did you feel that? Is there a need for that? There is no need for that. So we are avoiding it. That's called daya. As simple as that. Right? If there is a need, desperate, without that I can't live, do it. Right? In that, I think in that session I told you how the scripture allows and what are the conditions. How many of you remember that? Yeah. Please hear the session. If you finish the assignments, you'll get good grades. Please do that. Go back and do that assignment. So scripture also allows, but there are some, there are some conditions. Do it. Only when it's needed. Only when it's needed. Once I was telling the session to one Mataji in US. Her name was Palak. Very nice Mataji. But she used to like chicken curry a lot. So she came to the session. I showed a video of slaughterhouse. I just showed a video of slaughterhouse. How animals are slaughtered in a slaughterhouse. Immediately between the scene, Prabhuji, I can't see. Mere se nahi hoga, Prabhuji. Mere se nahi hoga. Band karo ise. I asked her a simple question. What is not good for your eyes? How can it be good for your stomach? Huh? Can't you think about it? Oh, no, Prabhuji, that's okay. But I can't see it. Itna nahi dekh sakti hu. Right? So, that's called ignorance. Oh, magyana timirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshuramiltamena tasmai shri gurave namah. Ajnana is so deep-rooted that only a guru can pull it out. Only with mercy of a guru, you will actually see the connection between the animal and you. See, yesterday in my farmhouse, there was a calf that was born. Beautiful calf. I named her Bakula Devi. Bakula Devi is who? Parvati. Parvati's wife. No, wait a second. Venkatesh Swami's mother. Right? Is that right? Balaji's mother, Bakula Devi. Yes, sorry. What was Parvati's another name? Jagannath Puri, they have that. Anyway, I forgot that. Got confused. Bakula Devi is Venkatesh Swami's mother. Right? So I named her like that. So see the connection between the child and the mother. It's unbelievable connection. And when you see that, when you live with nature, you'll see that connection. Sitting in this concrete jungle, in this flats, you'll not see that connection. You have to see that connection, how much a mother is attached to the child. Only human mother and human child will see that, right? Once one calf died in our farm. His name was Kapila. So some problem came in the stomach and we tried to resolve. Doctors were coming and going. Just could not resolve. Fourth day, it died on my lap. I was sitting there. It breathed with large breath. It died. And then we buried the calf. After burying the calf, that very place, the mother, his mother, Devahuti, mother's name was Devahuti, she sat there for 1 week on that very place. For 1 week, she was refusing to drink water, refusing to eat. We were struggling to make it eat. Can you imagine what kind of love the mother had for the child? Right? They may not express, like our expressive face, but they have that love. Right? We used to have, a place where there were rabbits in the farm and there was chicken, the hen. And it gave 1 egg. The hen gave 1 egg. Apparently, the hen comes from poultry. So the whole thing is hormonized so badly that the egg will never, sprout into a chick. It will not. But the hen doesn't know that, right? So hen gave the egg. And is waiting for it to become. But it's not. 40 days got over. It is still not. Right? And the other rabbits, they were going around. Rabbits are very, very fragile. You do a little, they'll die. When they get scared, they'll die. So they came to they were going around and the hen thought that actually they are coming to harm my egg. So it went and poked on each one of the rabbits. Like this. By the time we went to farm, all the 15 rabbits were dead. They died of fear. And the hen is sitting there on the egg. And I don't know what to do. The hen doesn't understand that the egg is completely whatever. It's not going to. So I could see the emotions of an animal, emotions of a bird. You have to see that. Then only you'll understand. Next time when we are ordering something to eat, there is a mother who has been taken away from a child for my dish. You'll see that connection. And then you'll actually feel, is it needed? I can have paneer 65 also. I can have gobi 65 also. Whatever, 65, 75. Right? I can have so many things. I don't need to kill. It's not needed. Is it needed? Anybody feels here it's really needed? No. If you start feeling that a lot, that is called daya. I should not stop the journey of anybody. Everybody is going through a journey, right? Everybody is in that session. I also spoke about if you stop the journey of somebody else going through, you have to finish that journey. So you will become that. Right? Mamsa. Mamsa. I'll become the hen if I kill the hen. Right? I'll become the goat if I kill the goat. I'll become the fish if I kill the fish. I'll become the egg if I kill the egg. Oh, but I thought egg is vegetarian. No, that's advertisement. Egg is not vegetarian. When hen is giving that egg, is the hen expecting that egg to become an omelette or a chick? Right? Hen is clear, no? So you're disturbing the happiness of another living entity, you have to pay for it. Right? See, I'm also from Reddy family. Right? We eat anything moving. Except aeroplane, we eat everything. Everything we eat. Right? But when you get this knowledge, knowledge brings transformation. Well, my Siksha Guru asked me, is it really needed, Prabhu? Then I don't think it's needed. I think problem is my 3-inch tongue. This tongue is actually very long, but the first 3 inches is where my whole temptations are. After 3 inches, tomato and ice cream will taste the same. Right? Everything is same after 3 inches. Only first 3 inches I have to manage. So, okay, first 3 inches I'll manage vegetarian, then everything will go is fine. Right? Is the goal to become vegetarian? Is everybody who is vegetarian spiritual? No. It's a beginning. It brings you to Sattva, but not spiritual. Spirituality starts when you relate that vegetable to Krishna. That who is giving me this vegetable? I should thank him before I eat. Aham sarvasva prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhujante mam buddha bhava sammanvitaha. Everything is coming from me, Krishna, Arjuna. Everything belongs to me. Yat karosi, yat asnasi, yat karo, everything offered to me. then you have it. Offer to me, then you have it. That becomes prasada. Right? So you offer to Krishna. And what to offer? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhakta pranashyati. Offer me a leaf. See, can anybody offer right now, even if you don't have any money? Can you offer anything from this garden to Krishna? You can offer a nice flower. Yes. You can offer water. You can offer a fruit. We don't give fruits here in gated communities. In gated communities, people will fight like cats and dogs if there are fruits. Tell me a good reason why mango plants are not kept here. If you keep mango plants everywhere in the community, each mango tree will give 500 mangoes. Right? The entire community can eat mangoes. A farmer will think like that. But educated IITians and IIMs and ISBs will not think like that. Because they'll fight like cats and dogs. One society meeting will happen here. That tree, it belongs to my flat. So education has created what? Greed, pride, envy, jealousy. All these things created. But a farmer will not think like that. If there is a little land, he'll put a plant which will give something which he can give to others. Once I was in my farm and my neighbor farmer was cutting dhania. He had put some dhania, he's cutting dhania. Apparently, a lot of dhania came at a time. He just took this much dhania, put it in a bag and he just gave. Prabhu, give it in your satsang. I said, take money. He said, no, no money. Why money? Kya milega? Dekhe jao. If your devotees will eat, I'm happy. Right? That's the farmer's heart. That's the poor person's heart. You go to a restaurant, go to Kamath, I don't know what big restaurant you have. Ask for a plate of idli. He'll give 2 idli, some sambar, some chutney. Is that right? Ask him, ek aur idli milega? Kya bolega? Extra charge. Go to the bandi fellow on the road. You eat 2 idli, he'll say, Sab ek aur kha lo. Take it. Right? I'm telling you, the heart of a person should be like that. Somebody who gives. Right? Somebody who's happy to see others. Daya. Daya is a very universal principle, not just limited to veg, non-veg. It's about how much you care for others. How much you really care for others. Right? Today, when they kept this, every Sunday morning I go through a little anxiety because the housekeeping doesn't bring this. When you come here, everything looks perfect. The chairs are there, the carpet is there. Come at 7:30, nothing is there. So I come at that time and then I go through a little bit anxiety that I go and tell them that Sunday morning, don't you know, you have to keep this. नहीं साहब 8:30 को होगा. अरे 8:30 कैसे होगा? Come on, कहाँ पे बताओ? लेकर आएंगे. नहीं होता है कुछ भी. Right? Then today I called him at 7 o'clock in the morning. Somebody was there in the midnight. I said, Sunday morning, kuch karo. Then he said, no, I'll take care. By the time I came 7:30, the carpets were there. The speaker is there. I felt so nice. I went and told him, thank you. I never asked for a speaker. I have a speaker. That's called gratitude. Expressing gratitude is part of Daya. Be thankful. Because I thanked him, I'm sure next week also speaker will be there. If he is there. Right? So Daya is So these 4 principles, Satyam, Sauchyam, Tapasya, Daya. No intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex, no meat eating. These 4 principles make dharma. Somebody wants to learn spirituality and progress in spirituality. You have to, at one point of time, reach that point. It doesn't happen anything, immediately it will not happen. What is it? Vishaya vinivartante niraharsya dehena raso varjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. Krishna is saying. Param drishtva nivartate. To get something higher, you have to give up something lower. But to give up something lower, you have to get something higher. Right? So it doesn't overnight change. Don't think, Prabhuji, I'll stop everything from tomorrow. Don't stop. Don't, please. Stop when you are ready. Stop in a gradual way. Make an elephant into a rat. Then you can easily get rid of the rat. Right? Most important thing, be in good association. Every Sunday morning, you are meeting people who are giving time for spiritual life, for learning Bhagavad Gita. I'm sorry, I took a lot of time for something else today. But please hear those sessions and come. They're very important because I'm going to get into 2nd chapter and some sensitive topics will start. I want all of you to be prepared for those topics. Even today, one sensitive topic will come. I hope that you're ready for it. But anyway, we'll discuss it out. Right? So, Arjuna, he asked, what was the first thing that we dealt with?
Compassion.
Compassion. One of the first reasons he had is compassion. So, yeah, if anybody doesn't have Bhagavad Gita, you can lift your hand. Without textbook, don't sit in the class. So, Prabhuji, one behind Prabhuji. Yeah. So, you can GPay or PhonePe Prabhuji later. I don't know what rate you took it, Prabhuji, now? But he also takes it for a rate. I think it's 240 rupees. The one that I had is 200. With the Ukraine war, there is a great scarcity of paper. I don't know how many of you know that. All the book prices are increasing. So what was 200 earlier is 240 now. Anyway. So the second reason, was it second reason? No. Compassion. Enjoyment. Enjoyment was the second reason. What was the enjoyment reason that he gave? If everybody is gone, whom should I enjoy this kingdom with? Arjuna is telling, but sab mar gaye, to main kiske sath enjoy karunga? Last week I asked a question, who wants to be the richest on the planet? Yeah, who wants to be richest on the planet? Nobody? I want to be. Only condition, you are the only one on the planet. So what is the point in being rich? So here also, Arjuna is asking the question that I am going to enjoy, whom am I going to enjoy this kingdom with? And that too on the blood of so many of my brothers, sisters, uncles, right? Now he's going to go to the third reason. The third reason. First reason is compassion. Second is enjoyment. Third is fear of sinful reactions. Please repeat after me. Verse number 36, 1.36. Papam evashrayed asman.
Papam evashrayed asman.
Atvaitan atatatina. Tasman nara vayam hantum. Tasman naraha vayam hantum. Dhritarashtra'n sa bandhavan. Dhritarashtra'n sa bandhavan. Swajanam hi katham hatva. Swajanam hi katham hatva. Sukhina shyama madhava. Sukhina shyama madhava. Please repeat after me. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain? O Krishna, husband, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune. And how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? So he's saying that by killing others, it's a sin. How many agree that killing others is a sin? It is a sin. Why do you want to go and kill others? Right? Let's read the purport. Purport by the Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Please focus. It's a very deep and important purport. According to Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressors. 1. A poison giver. 2. One who sets fire to the house. 3. One who attacks with deadly weapons. 4. One who plunders riches. 5. One who occupies another's land. 6. One who kidnaps a wife. Such aggressors are at once to be killed, and no sin is incurred by killing such aggressors. Huh?
Kauravas did all 6 of it.
Kauravas did all the 6. Isn't it? So what are the 6? If anybody does any one of these 6, if you kill them, if he has done to you, not your neighbor, if he has done to you, and you go and kill that person, you will not get any bad karma. You will not have to pay a price. Because these are agreed. What are they? A poison giver. Somebody gives you poison. Second, somebody who burns your house. 3, one who attacks with deadly weapons, meaning for self-defense, if you are trying to kill. 4, one who plunders riches, meaning if someone takes away your wealth, he takes away your wealth. 5, one who occupies your land, under another's land. 6, one who kidnaps your wife. The 6 things can be agreed. Now, Supreme Court may or may not agree with this, but we are talking Bhagavad Gita, right? So this is law of Krishna. But this is called Artha Shastra. It's called Artha Shastra. So there is something called Dharma Shastra. There are many Shastras. Artha Shastra, Dharma Shastra, Kula Shastra, right? The many. That's the problem. Shastra, there are many. Arjuna is talking about Dharma Shastra. Dharma Shastra is not to kill Guru, not to kill elders, not to kill women, not to kill children. This is called Dharma Shastras, right? But Artha Shastras are one level below that. Is that if they did this, you can kill. So you need guidance to apply Shastra in your life. That is where you need a Guru. According to your level of consciousness, your Guru will tell you, okay, can you do this or no? Not that, you can apply the same thing without any discussion with Guru. Today morning, Prabhuji was telling, how do you apply Shastra in life? Yeah, according to time, place, circumstance, and guidance. Most important guidance. Spiritual knowledge should be given when people are ready to receive it with responsibility. See, today somebody here is coming first time. How many are coming at first time? Lift your hand. Okay, so don't kill anybody after going out. You kill that person and say flat number 501, block 1. He told me I can kill. No, right? The point is you need guidance, right? It's not like that. Shastra says that. So Prabhupada is explaining that. Continuing. Such killing of aggressors is quite befitting any ordinary man. But Arjuna was not an ordinary person. He was saintly by character, and therefore he wanted to deal with them in saintliness. This kind of saintliness, however, is not for Kshatriya. Although a responsible man in the administration of a state is required to be saintly, he should not be cowardly. For example, Lord Rama was so saintly that people even now are anxious to live in the kingdom of Lord Rama. But Lord Rama never showed any cowardice. Ravana was an aggressor against Rama because Ravana kidnapped Rama's wife, Sita. But Lord Rama gave him sufficient lessons, unparalleled in the history of the world. In Arjuna's case, however, one should consider the special type of aggressors, namely his own grandfather, own teacher, friends, sons, grandsons, etc. Because of them, Arjuna thought that he should not take the severe steps necessary against ordinary aggressors. Besides that, saintly persons are advised to forgive. Such injunctions for saintly persons are more important than any political emergency. Arjuna considered that rather than kill his own kinsmen for political reasons, it would be better to forgive them on grounds of religion and saintly behavior. He did not therefore consider such killing profitable simply for the matter of temporary bodily happiness. After all, kingdoms and pleasures derived therefrom are not permanent. So why should he risk his life and eternal salvation by killing his own kinsmen? Now underline from here to the end. Arjuna addressing of Krishna as Madhava, or the husband of the goddess of fortune, is also significant in this connection. He wanted to point out to Krishna that as the husband of the goddess of fortune, he should not induce Arjuna to take up matter which would ultimately bring about misfortune. Krishna, however, never brings misfortune to anyone, to say nothing of his devotees. So he's telling Madhava. He's wanted to say, hey Madhava, husband of the goddess of fortune. So you're asking me to kill my relatives. How is that a fortunate thing? So indirectly you're telling, you are fortunate, you want to try to make me or unfortunate, Krishna? Like that is using the word Madhava. So here, it's very clearly told that we should punish the aggressors. Punishment is needed. Punishment is not a negative act. Remove that from your minds. lot of our modern education says, ahimso parama dharma, that's okay. Ahimso parama dharma is there. But where punishment is needed, punishment is needed. You can't say that, oh, I want to be dayalu. I don't want to punish. No. Whether it's an office, whether it's a home, anywhere where the need for a punishment is there, punishment has to be given. If you don't give punishment there, then it will result into a much bigger situation. Especially with the amount of media and effect of media on our children's lives. We should correct our children. Where they're going wrong, we should immediately correct them. Right? These days, if you correct the children, immediately one fellow will come and say, Child Protection Act. What is that? Child psychology. Child will behave something. Our grandfather correction was very simple. Ek lapa mara khatam. Finish. All psychology, all protection, clear. Again, sometimes that is also needed. Don't hesitate to do what is right. Are you all following? Some things that has to be done. Like when I got my 10th marks, I don't. Hare Krishna. I gave one correction here. Anyways, so correction has to be given. When I got my 10th marks, my father gave me a lapa, heartful given. Immediately my brain, the brain changed, right? Nerves got connected. Then I started studying. That is needed, right? If he just glorifies me, of course, he also glorified me. He said, you got 2% more than me. So our parampara is, gone up. But comparatively, it was not a good percentage. I don't want to tell that now. There are children, they'll follow. Right? Correction is needed. For everyone, correction is needed. Don't hesitate to give that. It's a good thing. When you stop giving correction, society will go in a big troublesome situation. Right? Anyway, any questions on that? Artha Shastra, Dharma Shastra. Yeah? Can we go to the next verse? Sinful reaction. 37 and 38. Please repeat after me. Yadi api etena pashyanti logo pahata chetasa kulakshaya kritam dosham mitra drohe cha patakam katam na gneyam asmadhi papad asman nivartitum kulakshaya kritam dosham prapasyadbhir janardana. Please repeat after me. Translation. O Janardana, although these men, their hearts overtaken by greed, see no fault in killing one's family or quarreling with friends, why should we, who can see the crime in destroying a family, engage in these acts of sin? So Arjuna is telling, okay, Krishna, those people are behaving like that. They want to kill. They have greed. They have pride. They have all, envy towards me. They want to kill me, but what is the difference between me and them? They want to kill me, but doesn't mean that I should kill them. Right? Makes sense? Yeah, I mean, he is behaving like that. I don't need to behave like that. Right? Like that is saying. O Janardana, although these men, their hearts overtaken by greed, see no fault in killing one's kinsman, one's family, or quarreling with friends, why should we, who can see the crime in destroying a family, engage in the acts of sin? Yeah. So here, destroying the family. Destroying the family is Kula Dharma. So we talked about Artha Shastra, Dharma Shastra, no Kula Shastra. He's throwing Shastra after Shastra. Krishna told in Bhagavad Gita, what is that? Sarvasya chaham riti sanniveshto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedesta sarver ahameva vedyo vedanta krit vedaviteva chaham. It's saying, I am the compiler of the Vedas. Arjuna, I am the one who spoke all the Vedas. I am the one who is compiling it. Now Arjuna is tactfully saying, okay, among your Vedas only I am telling now. Artha Shastra, Dharma Shastra, Kula Shastra. right? So he's giving back the education back to Arjuna. Krishna telling that, what do you say now? Right? How can we destroy the family traditions? How can we destroy a family? Purport. A Kshatriya is not supposed to refuse to battle or gamble when he is so invited by some rival party. Under such an obligation, Arjuna could not refuse to fight because he had been challenged by the party of Duryodhana. In this connection, Arjuna considered that the other party might be blind to the effects of such a challenge. Arjuna, however, could see the evil consequences and could not accept the challenge. Obligation is actually binding when the effect is good, but when the effect is otherwise, then no one can be bound. Considering all these pros and cons, Arjuna decided not to fight. You can underline from obligation to the end. Obligation is actually, you can start from there, not to fight. This is a very important principle to apply Shastra also in life. You might be obliged to do something, but if that obligation is going to result in bad, you're not obliged actually. Right? You should understand that. For example, a patient needs, say, a person on a ICU bed, a patient needs some suction of his saliva from his throat. He can't breathe himself, right? But suction causes a lot of pain. Should you do the suction or no? You should do the suction because that fellow will die otherwise, right? That's a very important thing to do. Why? Because he is going through certain situation. Because that situation is there, doing that is right. But just because you are told, okay, you know how to do suction on everybody, that's not right also, right? You should know when to do, how to do, why you should do. All those things are very, very important. Just having knowledge doesn't mean that, somebody met you in a bus and then Prabhuji, okay, you're what are you doing? You're chanting. Oh, you're chanting. Okay. So you read any Bhagavad Gita? Yeah, I know. Sit down. SSR1, SSR2, SSR3. वो भाग जाएगा बस में से. Just because somebody is asking, it's not to bombard the whole knowledge on him. Ask him to come for a satsang. You conduct it. Sit down there. Tell him in a logical way. Right? Everything you have to apply according to time, place, and circumstance. So here, Arjuna is addressing Krishna. No, where is it? Yeah. Obligation is there, but you should know the pros and cons. Act in life. See, Krishna is telling, be smart. Following Shastra doesn't mean you have to be blind. You have to apply your intelligence. Krishna has given that also. Right? Krishna has given Shastra. Krishna has given intelligence also. Animals are instinct driven. Animals don't think much. You throw a bone, dog will go there. There is no training needed. The dog, go now, I'm throwing a bone. Right? But in front of a human, if you throw a bone, human should think, should I eat that bone or is it needed? That's not my food. Why should I do it? Right? Human should think. The intelligence is given. Right? Food is necessary. It doesn't mean you eat anything and everything at any time. Right? That is also important. So here he is basically saying, I don't want to commit sins. I'm going to destroy families. So why should I commit that sin? Right? So the first reason was compassion. Second reason is enjoyment. Third reason is sins. Now we'll go to the fourth reason. Right? What is the time? Yeah, we have time. Okay.
9:30.
Yeah. Fourth reason from 39 to 41. You have a question? Oh, okay. Yeah.
So in the third one, like in the cycle of birth and death,
Hmm.
maybe Arjuna also, like as Arjuna, we can also think like in the next cycle of birth, they will face something, so that karma will, whatever they did, will get resolved. Why to kill now?
Huh?
And also Garuda Puran, like says, like after birth, they will be taken to some planet where they will be fired.
Yes. So Prabhuji is saying that they have done some karma. They anyway have to pay for that karma. Next life they'll pay for it. Why should I punish now? Right? Yeah. So that's also true. But punishment is an act that the Shastra is also saying. In this life also they should be stopped from continuing what they're doing. Yeah. Otherwise they'll create more havoc.
But Arjuna is not an ordinary person. He is a Kshatriya.
Yeah.
He has to protect the
Yes.
people also.
Yes.
This is one of the duty
Yes.
for him to punish the wrong doers.
That's what Prabhupada is telling in purport. It's a duty of a Kshatriya to protect. So he has to do the protection. If somebody is killing somebody for no good reason, and he should go and protect that person, saying, hey, wait a second, why are you killing? Just like we discussed last week, if one person is dying here, and there is a doctor sitting here, and the doctor doesn't go to protect that person, saying that Sunday morning I only hear Bhagavad Gita, I don't protect anyone. Is it an acceptable reason? No, you are a doctor. You are created a doctor so that you can come and protect the people whenever, wherever, right? Doctor is not a doctor in hospital. Doctor is a doctor in home also, outside also, inside, everywhere is a doctor is a doctor. Same way, Kshatriya is a Kshatriya. So Krishna is reminding Arjuna that, hey, you have to fight because you're a Kshatriya. And you have to fight for a good reason. And the good reason is that Dharma Sansthapanarthaya. There is no better reason than now Arjuna to fight. And Arjuna here is, what is he doing? He is giving reasons. I mean, Arjuna is not a dumb person. He's very intelligent. See the kind of reasons he's giving. Sin. Krishna, what about sin? What about compassion? Don't you have compassion, Krishna? And by the way, who are you going to enjoy with? The whole thing, you should have a happy ending. You should have a happy ending, right? Bollywood or Tollywood movies, they end with a happy ending. Just imagine the movie ends with only hero, everybody dead. Is it a happy ending? No. Right? Heroine has to be there. Hero's parents have to be there. Everybody should give a big group photo. The ending should come. Right? That is called happy ending. Right? So Arjuna is giving proper reasons actually. Let's go to the fourth reason. This is a very important reason. A lot of people today may not relate to, but let's understand this. So next three verses, 39, 40 and 41, you can categorize them as destruction of family traditions. That is the third reason. Destruction of family traditions. Yeah. Please repeat after me. Kulakshaya pranashyanti. Kulakshaye pranashyanti. Kuladharma sanatana. Kuladharma sanatana. Dharme nashte kulam krishnam. Adharmo abhivyati uta. Adharmo abhivyati uta. Yeah. Repeat after me, translation. With the destruction of dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished. And thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligion. What a reason is given. Huh? With the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished, and thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligion. Let's read the purport. Translation purport by Joanne Desi Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In the system of Varnashrama institution, there are many principles of religious traditions to help members of the family grow properly and attain spiritual values. Very important. You can underline this first sentence. Till spiritual values. In the system of Varnashrama institution, there are many principles of religious traditions to help members of the family grow properly and attain spiritual values. The elder members are responsible for such purifying processes in the family, beginning from birth to death. But on the death of the elder members, such family traditions of purification may stop. And the remaining younger family members may develop irreligious habits and therefore lose their chance for spiritual salvation. Therefore, for no purpose should the elder members of the family be slain. What a reason Arjuna is giving. He's saying, Krishna, if we kill these people, there are many elders here. Not only elders, their sons are also there. Thank you. Thank you. So Prabhuji is Nagireti Prabhu. No, he's a quality head of entire Mayom projects. Yeah, so I know him. Thank you, Prabhu. So Here family traditions are being discussed. Right? Can anybody see Prashadam coming behind me? Just confirming. Okay. Okay. I got my message. Okay. So basically, see, important thing. Family, every family has some special culture, values, any religion. And the culture and values are upholded by the elders in the family. They keep those values and they pass it on to their youngsters. And especially the first sentence that Prabhupada is saying, in the system of Varnashrama institution, there are many principles of religious traditions to help members of the family grow properly and attain spiritual values. So values, principles are two things, for growing properly and for leading a spiritual life, for both the reasons. Not just to, follow at the end of life, but even for growing. How many have gone through samskaras in your life? All of you have. When you took birth, there is a Namkaran samskar, right? Did you all get a Namkaran samskar here? Yes. Or you named yourself? David, Patrick, like that, huh? We all went through samskara. Prabhuji, you want to say something? Acha. Samskar, right? Sanskar means basically, you go through a certain ritual that you'll never forget in life. A marriage was 5 days. Now it is 5 minutes. Right? Literally 5 minutes. Kab khatam karo. Right? 5 days marriage. Why 5 days marriage? Whole family will come together and they will spend so many rituals together. Make the couple confident that we are there with you. We are there with you. No matter ups and downs will come. Ups and downs used to happen then, now also. Husband and wife fight happened in Vaikuntha also. In Kailash also. Right? When Lord Shiva told his wife Parvati, don't go to your father's party. He said, no, I will go. He said, I will not come. Still I'll go. What happened after she went there? She saw the insult and she could not bear that insult. She satied herself. Right? So the problems were always there. The husband and wife, but the family would stand together. And how they stood together was told through the sanskar of marriage. Right? When a marriage happens, every single ritual has so many meanings. Why they show that star? What is the star called? They show that Arundhati Nakshatram. I don't know if many have actually seen it, but during the marriage or daytime or nighttime, they show, see that Arundhati Nakshatram. What is the speciality of Arundhati Nakshatram? Anybody knows? Both the stars are going around each other. Both the stars. It's not like one star and one is circulating. Both the stars are going around each other. And that's how the marriage life should be. Huh? Yeah, there is Arundhati and there is another star beside it. Yeah. So they keep going beside each other. In Telugu tradition, when is a marriage supposed to be complete? If this act is done, the marriage is complete. In Telugu tradition. Chilkara Bellam. Not Mangal Sutra. In North India, it is Havan. 7 steps around the Havan. In Telugu tradition, Jilkara Bellam. When you keep that wood and jeera, put in that, mix it, and then keep it on each other's head. The bride will keep on groom's head, groom will keep on bride's head, like this. And then the curtain is removed, and everybody, will bless them with grain. Will bless them with grain. How much meaning is there in this? Can you even tell me what is the meaning behind it? Jilkara is kadwa. Bellam is sweet. So life is going to be sweet, and kadwa. Jagda rahega, but usi mein maza rahega. Hai ki nahi? So they say, and you should stick like that. You should stick to each other like bellam sticks. Like the wood sticks on your head, right? It doesn't simply go. It just sticks, gets stuck there, right? That is how your married life should be. And everybody sprinkles grain. Why grain? Why not watermelon? Why not coconut? Why not dal? Has anybody thought about it? Why? Think about, tell me. There should be a good reason, right? It's not like there was a lot of rice stock, so khatam karo. डालो एक दूसरे के ऊपर. In the grains are the souls. How the souls come onto the planet? When it rains. When it rains, Krishna sends the souls onto this planet. And the souls go into the soil, they come out in the form of grains. And when you eat the grains, it develops into semen. And that is what creates babies. So the whole society, they sprinkle grains, beget nice children, create asset for the society, right? See the whole science behind it. A lot of people don't know this science. Yeah. So this is called Vedic science. So every little act. Who will pass on this sanskara? Elders. Elders who are not watching TV serials. Who are more bothered about their family traditions. To pass it on and make sure our family tradition remains. They will make sure that the sanskara happens. They'll make sure that some scar happens. Some scar happens. So the scar will remain throughout your life. So some scar is needed for sanskar. So it remains throughout your life. You should not forget it. Having a child. Before having a child, is there a sanskar? What is the first sanskar? There are, I think, I forgot the number. I'm sorry, don't want to speculate. I think 14 or 15 by the time we die. So many sanskars are there as per Vedic traditions. Huh? 16. Thank you, bro. First sanskar is what? I'm not going to discuss whole sanskar class right now, but let's discuss first sanskar. What is the first sanskar? Namakaran sanskar? No. Garbhadhana sanskar. How many of you here have heard Garbhadhana sanskar? Very rarely we have heard. Only when you come to ISKCON, you will get to know these things. Because that's where we discuss Shastra. Nobody is reading Shastra. Garbhadhana sanskar. What is the Garbhadhana sanskar? Garbhadhana sanskar means to prepare for the moment of procreation, to have babies. Sex. It is not like a license that, we can have it anytime, whenever, wherever. Watching English movies, people get weird ideas. But that's not the way it works. Have you seen Suhag Raat ka preparation? How pervertedly it is shown in the movies? But that is as per a muhurta. Do you know that? There is a muhurta for that also. The family determines what is the right time for the boy and the girl to procreate. And the arrangements are made. Arrangements are such that they get that feeling to procreate also. Right? But at the same time, Garbhadhan Sanskar says the consciousness of the husband and wife matters to know what kind of child comes into your life. When Diti and Kashyap Muni, right? Kashyap Muni was doing tapasya. Diti came and told, I want to procreate. And immediately Kashyap Muni said, no, not the right time. This is not the right time. The muhurta is not right. We are in the afternoon, around the evening time, dawn. This time mostly ghostly creatures come out, right? So this is not the right time. And Diti said, no, I feel like, and this is important for me. And Kashyap Muni immediately understood, okay, there is a Krishna's plan here. He didn't object. He said, there is Krishna's plan here. Because my wife is very intelligent. Diti is very intelligent. But still she is asking for it. So Sadhu immediately understands that anything happening a little different is definitely some plan of Krishna is there. He said, okay, so Krishna, you want to send somebody here special. And it's going to happen through me. Let's do it. Both of them procreated at a wrong time. And 2 sons were born. What were their names? Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. Both of them were greedy for Hiranya, gold. Kashipu, meaning bed, sex. Both of them were like that. Right? Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. So wrong time, wrong souls will come. And this Vedic philosophy is there from a long time. So when the husband and wife are going to procreate, the consciousness that they carry is very, very important. If both of them are in Sattva-guna, the soul who will come is also will be in Satya-guna. If they are in Rajoguna, right? If the husband is in Rajoguna, wife is in Rajoguna, they'll produce a architect for Amazon who will work day and night and remove the piece of everybody. You understand it? And both of them are in Tamoguna. Both of them are in Tamoguna. I'll not name the company. Somebody they'll produce. Will create havoc in the society. Like if there is a spiritual program in the society, they'll come and tell, you can't have these Tamoguna characters. Tamoguna characters. Right? This is everything. Don't think things are happening whimsically. Their production defect is there. When you produce, the defect is there. Right? The parents carry that responsibility. So in Vedic society, now this might be a little bewildering for most of you. In our ISKCON society, at least, I mean, ISKCON is part of Vedic society. We chant 64 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra before we procreate. How much time does it take? 8 to 10 hours. So the girl and the boy, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, like that 108 times, one round, 64 rounds, 10 hours. They really, I have my friends, many friends in ISKCON who have done that, husband and wife. And their children are gold. I mean, like, beautiful. In their qualities, their behavior. You just can't imagine the way their children are. Because the right souls have come. You know, in that consciousness, after chanting so many rounds, when they both associate, are you able to hear to the back? Yeah. And they both associate. Krishna will send a soul who is in Shuddha Sattva Guna. Not even Sattva Guna. Above the Triguna. Trigunya Vishya Veda Nistrigunya Bhavarjana. Nirdhandva Nitta Sattvasto Nir Yoga Kshemam Atmavan. Rise above the three modes. So such kind of soul will come. And such kind of soul will come, and you don't have to call that child to his class. He will automatically come to a class. I'll show one child. If you come to my evening satsang, we have evening satsang. There is a child called Urujit. You just look at him. You will be amazed. This fellow is not ordinary. I'm seeing the child since he is born. You know, his parents, Akinchan Pri Prabhu and Shobha Kumari Mataji. Both of them are devotees. They begetted that child. That child, the way he dances in satsang, he's hardly 4 years old. Now he's 5 years old. From 1 year old, 2 year old, he gets up and he starts dancing. As soon as start kirtan, he starts dancing. Right? And he wants to sit and hear. After finish the class, he comes and sits on the Vyasasana. I'm ready to give a class. You can't imagine the children, because that is how society is formed. If you don't have the right conscious parents producing the right children, then you produce somebody called Varna Shankaras. Varna Shankaras means what? Word is good, nice. Nice word, Varna Shankara. You are a Varna Shankara. That feels nice. But no, it's not about feeling nice. Varna Shankara means people who create disturbance in society. Who will stop good community projects. Somebody is building a temple. That Varna Shankara will come and create a problem there. Saying, why not a church? Why not a masjid? Stop the temple. You understanding? Somebody wants to distribute food. That fellow will come and create a problem there also. Saying, why this kind of food? Why not that kind of food? And who is giving money for this food? Right? Varna Shankaras, they are against anything good that happens in the society. Can you see such people in society today? Most of them. Because nobody had Garbhadan Sanskar. How many of us here have taken birth to Garbhadan Sanskar? Rare. I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not. But luckily, Prabhupada, great Acharya have come into our life. They're giving this education. Some changes happening. Little. I think I'm just rising above Tamoguna, touching Rajoguna, my assessment. Right? Some changes happening. Otherwise, what is the hope? But in olden society, it was very important to beget the right child. Garbhadan Sanskar has to be perfect. Perfect. Right? Next, Namakaran Sanskar. Namakaran Sanskar is based on the qualities. Based on the qualities of the child. Why the name is given according to the qualities of the child? If the child starts moving away from those qualities, by hearing his name, he'll remember that qualities. Make sense? Right? Somebody, for example, is very dayalu, very compassionate to others. And the guru will give a name, Daya. His name is Daya. Daya Reddy. Daya Rao. Something like that. Somewhere in life, he will start deviating, saying that, he got bad association. Then he'll keep remembering, hey, Daya, why are you doing like that? My name is Daya, right? I should not do that. Yes, bro, you have questions.
How did you figure out the quality?
Yes. So that's the great science of astrology. You can know the qualities of the child according to how and when, time, place that child has taken birth. Prime qualities. Qualities can change. As a person will grow, due to bad association, qualities can change. But the qualities can be known. Actually, now this might be even more bewildering if I say this. Please understand. 90% of the child's education happens inside the womb. Do you know that? What all we learned outside, PhD, Falana, Dimka, whatever, CA, MBA, is 10% of knowledge. 90% of our consciousness development happens inside the womb. Prahlad learned the entire Srimad Bhagavatam inside the womb. Abhimanyu learned Chakravuyuha inside the womb. Child inside the womb is hearing. And is hearing peacefully. He doesn't have disturbance. Peacefully is hearing. That's why all the Matajis, when you become pregnant or when you are planning for pregnancy, you should come to satsangs. Sit down, hear the good knowledge. And the child will know everything. You'll be shocked. By the time the child comes out, he already knows. I'll send a video, remind me, somebody. A child, 8 months child, singing Damodar Ashtakam. Unbelievable. You can't do that. You can't train an 8-month child. 8 months child, mein kya bolta hai? And he's singing. Where did he hear Damodar Ashtakam? Inside the womb. And he's able to repeat it. Right? It's very, very important. So that is how much our society was knowledgeable and scientific in every little thing that they did. Every sanskar has a meaning. Marriage has a meaning. Right? Marriage means what? To come together, to help each other, to go back to Krishna. That is the reason of marriage. To come together, to help each other, to go back to Krishna. Husband respects the wife, wife respects the husband. Both of them together help each other to go to Krishna. Right? Like sometimes, in spiritual life is very important. Like my wife, I'm very fortunate. She really helps me. If she is not helping, I can't be sitting here and giving a class. Right? So for example, one day Prasadam did not come. I'll tell my wife, the person preparing Prasad, she'll cook for 200 people also. But because she wants to help me. You understanding? Now, this spiritual life do good to my family or bad to my family? Good. We do things together. Marriage is to do things together, not to not do things together. When I see husband and wife together coming, I really feel nice. That is beautiful. That is the purpose of marriage, Baba. That is the purpose of marriage. You both have to help each other go back to Krishna. Right? So here, Arjuna, now coming, I know I went deviated a long way, but here Arjuna is telling that Krishna, if I kill these people on the battlefield, their family traditions will be destroyed. Who will remind them that this has to be followed in the family? If I kill the grandfather and the father, who is there to repeat this knowledge? Mothers can repeat. Mothers can repeat. But mothers are more sentimental. They are like very attached. Sometimes they might think to whether not fully repeat or not. But generally the male characters, they always insist. Like they make it happen. So having that males in the house is very, very important. Family traditions can be destroyed if I lose all the male people in the house. Right? We'll go further. What is the shloka number? Yeah. So family traditions. See, what is the most important sanskara? What is the most important sanskara in among all the sanskaras? Marriage. Marriage is the most important sanskara because you change ashram from brahmacharya to grahastha. You're changing the ashram then. Very, very important sanskara. And I'll tell you one thing, it might be, bewildering to some of you. In marriage, when the marriage happens, the Brahman is not supposed to eat. The bride and the groom are not supposed to eat. The bride and groom's parents are also not supposed to eat until the marriage is over. That's called tapasya. Right? That's called tapasya. And they are supposed to eat what? Only prasadam. And what is happening today? Swiggy, even in marriage. Right? Or some outside food. What do you think will be the consciousness of the couple? After the marriage yajna, If you are eating tomato, what will happen? What will be your consciousness? Right? Before begetting a child, you ordered biryani from Swiggy. You had that, chalo, we'll have a child. What will come out? Some nostrils will come out. Right? Okay. So which sloka will be? Sloka number 40. Yeah. Adharmabhi bhavat Krishna pradushyanti kulastriya strishu dushtashu varshneya jayate varna shankara. Varna shankara. आ गया वो. Varna shankara means unwanted progeny. See the last line. Translation. Unwanted progeny. बच्चा क्यों पैदा हुआ? हो गया. क्यों बच्चा पैदा किए? कम से कम 2, कम से कम 3, कम से कम 4. There is one sect of people. कम से कम 10. Right? क्यों पैदा किया? Why did you have children? Because my neighbor also has children. Hare, why did you have children? We should have children. That's why we have children. You ask that question to IIT, IIM, ISB graduates. That is the answer they'll tell. CA graduates also. That's the answer they'll tell. What do they tell? बच्चा पैदा करना चाहिए. क्यों पैदा किया? मालूम नहीं. Right? Krishna explains in Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, 18th chapter, 18th shloka. 5, 15, 18. 5th canto, 15th chapter, 18th shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. Guruna sasyat, swajanuna sasyat. He says that a father and mother, if they beget children and they don't make sure that the child goes back to Krishna, they'll have to take birth again. They'll have to take birth again because that is the responsibility. The responsibility of the parents is to make sure that their children are going back to Krishna. Make sure that they are going in spirit. It's not like, बच्चों को छोड़ दिया, Prabhuji, I am sitting in the class, I am sincere. No, बच्चे को लेकर आए हमको. Because you are responsible for your child also. You should make sure the children also go back. They will come back. Simple. Garbhadan Sanskar is what? To beget children, to call souls. You are telling Krishna during Garbhadan Sanskar, I forgot to tell the prayer. Husband and wife tell to each other, to Krishna together they'll tell, we are going to help your child to come back to you. So you can send your child here. What is the prayer? We both, husband and wife, will help your child who is going around conditioned. We will help him to come back to you. So you can send a soul. So he will send a soul who is bewildering. They will give him, husband and wife will give them spiritual education and help him go back to Krishna. That is the service and the purpose of marriage. Purpose of marriage. Right? Okay. What is the time? I'm thinking whether or not to start this purport. Okay. It will take 15 minutes. Is this okay? 10-15. Because I'm going to touch upon a little sensitive topic, which I need time to explain also. If I stop in between, there will be some absentees tomorrow. Next, okay? Chalo. Repeat after me. Translation. When irreligion is prominent in the family, O Krishna, the women of the family become polluted. And from the degradation of womanhood, O descendant of Rishni, comes unwanted progeny. Yeah. Right? He's saying, if the who are the protectors are gone. The males in the house are gone. So here Arjuna is saying, when irreligion is prominent in the family, O Krishna, the women of the family become polluted, and from the degradation of womanhood, O descendant of Rishni, comes unwanted progeny. Right? Let's read the purport. Please focus, and then we'll discuss this out. Actually, you can underline the whole purport. It's very, very important. Later you can underline. Just hear it out now. Good population in human society is the basic principle for peace, prosperity, and spiritual progress in life. The Varnashrama religious principles were so designed that good population would prevail in society for the general spiritual progress of state and community. Such population depends on the chastity and faithfulness of its womanhood. As children are very prone to be misled, women are similarly very prone to degradation. Therefore, both children and women require protection by the elder members of the family. By being engaged in various religious practices, women will not be misled into adultery. According to Chanakya Pandita, women are generally not very intelligent and therefore not trustworthy. So the different family traditions of religious activities should always engage them, and thus their chastity and devotion will give birth to good population eligible for participating in the Varnashrama system. Oh, on the failure of such Varnashrama dharma, naturally the women become free to act and mix with men, and thus adultery is indulged in at the risk of unwanted population. Irresponsible men also provoke adultery in society, and thus unwanted children flood the human race at the risk of war and pestilence. Yeah. Now here, something very important to discuss. Importance of women is discussed. And what Krishna has, how Krishna has made men and women is discussed. Very important. Now understand one thing. We in our situation can interpret things in a certain way. But Prabhupada is a great Acharya. When he is writing this, he is writing at his level. Right? We may not be able to sometimes directly relate to his level. But we have to understand why is Prabhupada speaking this and in what context. Right? Now let us understand this. Both, for example, actually we are all souls. There is nothing called men and women. We are all souls, the same. There is no difference. We have taken a woman body, we have taken a man body. But why did Krishna create a man body and a woman body? Let's understand this a little bit. Yeah, we both are same. We can do everything that a man can do, woman can do, everything that a woman can do. Sometimes men cannot do. They can't beget children, right? And they can't be as soft and forgiving as women. Say if there is a child who is going on doing stool, small child, can the father take care of the child nicely or a mother? Naturally the mother. 2 times father will clean, then they'll say, Dekho, take care of this fellow. Can't, the nature is not like that. His nature is not like that. Mother can clean it 20 times also, still say, Hey, mera beta. She'll tell like that. But man cannot say like that. 2 times, hey, kya problem kya tera? Subah se ja raha hai baar baar. He gets so angry. The man's nature. So why did Krishna create this woman and man? Right? Very important. Women are very attached to relationships. Very attached to relationships. And that's very important. For a family to properly function, women has to be very attached to relationships in the family. Men, naturally, not all of them. See, whatever I'm telling is not for all of them. Mostly. Or that is how they are manufactured. Is that man can be a little renounced. Man's nature is to be a little renounced. He can leave things apart. He can practice spirituality very easily. Because nature is renounced. But woman, she's very, very attached to her family. And that is also very, very important. So Krishna created a beautiful combination where he said, a man will focus on spirituality and guide his wife to also come back along with him. And the wife will take care of the family and make sure the atmosphere is perfect for spirituality. I might have told too many things. Understand this. A man can practice spirituality and guide his wife to come along with him. But for that to happen, you need a perfect environment. And the environment is created by woman, Prakriti. That's why woman is Prakriti. She creates that environment in the house. Right? If the woman is not creating that environment in the house, a man cannot practice spirituality. And neither can he take the family with him. You understand? Just imagine, like it says, you are the soul. Krishna says, Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavaram jara tata dehantaraspapt dhirasatram yati. Hey Arjuna, you are the soul. You keep changing bodies from boyhood, childhood, whatever. The whole shloka is there. So husband looks at a child, he says, you are a soul. That's okay. But what if the mother also starts treating him like a soul? Child comes to mother, Mama, you are a soul too, you are not a body, go. How does it work? It doesn't work like that. Mother has to hug the child. Mother has to be very affectionate to the child. Father can be a little renounced. So he can tell the mother, hey, you should teach him good habits. You teach him like that, teach him like that. Mother will tell, yeah, I'll teach him also, but he's also our child. That affectionate nature is there. So for a woman to practice spirituality, she is not that intelligent in the woman body. Don't misinterpret that women are not intelligent. Women are equally, actually more intelligent. Prabhupada said many women will go back to Godhead in Kali Yuga. Men will not go. Because they are naturally very attached. When a woman becomes attached to God, she makes more progress. Right? But naturally, they're also very sentimental. It's very easy to pollute a woman's mind. And a man is an expert in doing that. I don't know how many will agree with this or not. Man is a pakka expert in polluting a woman's mind. Woman's weakness is their ears. Man's weakness is eyes. Anything good, he will get attracted. Good looking. Woman, anything nice she'll hear, she'll get attracted. And this fellow knows how to pollute. Right? One boy will go and tell a young girl, you're grown up so much, you can make your decisions. You can actually, you're perfect. You're absolutely ready to make your decisions. Yes, I think I am. Right? Khatam. And then the father will come and tell the girl, Amma, you're still a child. I'll take your, no, my boyfriend already told you, you're great. That fellow already did his job. He knows how to crack. So that is how it works. That's why women have to be protected. They have to be told that, this is how men are. You should be careful. You should be judgmental. You should have the intelligence. Because by nature, they're like that. Soft. Even Draupadi, she's a great woman. Krishna was very happy with her at certain times. At certain times, Krishna was angry also. Draupadi, when the Pandavas lost everything in the Yuddha, she had to get back. She is the one who came back and told Dhritarashtra, I'm going to curse you now. Immediately Gandhari came and told that Anda Kanun, that fellow, hey, pagal ho gaya kya? What are you doing? Your daughter-in-law is abused here. You better give her whatever she asks. Otherwise, she is going to curse in such a way, we can't eat, we can't breathe. She can go to any extent. She is a sati. She is a chaste woman. And immediately Dhritarashtra comes and says, okay, you ask. Draupadi, you ask anything, I'll give. And then Draupadi intelligently asks the questions. Intelligence of woman. She says, I want my husband's dasatva to be removed. They should become free. You have won all of them in Yuddha, so get them relieved. And then she says, then she understands, my husbands are Kshatriyas. Without their weapons, they cannot be happy. Then she says, please release their weapons also. Because one of the youth, he even keeps all the weapons of all his brothers and himself. Then she tells one more thing. Give them back their kingdom. Give them back their kingdom. Because without a kingdom, what will a king do? Kingdom means something to administer. That's the nature of Kshatriyas. See how intelligent is, Draupadi. And then he asks, he becomes very scared. No, I'll give more. You ask more. What else you want? Then Draupadi says, I'm a Kshatrani. I will not ask for anything more than what I'm eligible for. If I need more, my husbands will go and get it. I don't want to ask anything more. But the same Draupadi, now Krishna is very happy when he hears all this. That what an intelligent woman. And in fact, in Srimad Bhagavatam, you'll be amazed that the wives of Krishna, who are the wives of Krishna? Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the wife. Lakshmi personifies into Rukmini and Satyabhama and so many other wives of Krishna. All the wives of Krishna, how nice can Lakshmi Devi take care of Narayan? Can there be anybody better than Lakshmi Devi taking care of the husband? Anybody here? No. Lakshmi Devi, Rukmini, is going and asking, and Lakshmi Devi, as Rukmini, goes to other wives of Krishna, and they all discuss that we should get trained how nicely we can serve our husband, and the best person to train is Draupadi. Can you imagine Draupadi's situation? Lakshmi Devi is going to Draupadi to ask how to serve a husband. Please tell. That is the greatness of Draupadi. Draupadi is so horribly shown in the serials and the way she is presented, unfortunately. But Draupadi is a great sati. And this same Draupadi, when her 5 children were killed by Ashwadhama kills all the 5 children in their beds during the night, adharmic way. And Bhima and Arjuna bring Ashwadhama in front of Draupadi. Now tell us what to do with this fellow. And Draupadi and Krishna is very angry. Krishna is, he's God, he's not angry anytime, but he expresses that. And at that time, Draupadi says, no, I pardon him. Krishna is like, what? You're forgiving? He deserves a punishment. Right? And Draupadi says, see, I know the pain of losing a child. And for his mother, he is the only child. Ashwadhama is the only child of Kripi and Drona. He is the only child. Already his father is gone. So there is nobody to take care of family tradition. He is the only child in the house. If I ask him to kill him now, his entire dynasty is gone. And by the way, the mother will feel so much pain. And I know the pain of a mother, so don't kill. Krishna becomes very angry. He's like, he doesn't like the decision. He appreciates that also. At the same time, he doesn't appreciate. He appreciates the principle of forgiveness. So to what extent a woman can forgive? Can any man forgive? Can you? You can't imagine. Your child is killed and the murderer is in front of you. Will you forgive him? You cannot. A woman has such a great heart that she forgave you in that situation. And Krishna appreciates that. But at the same time, he says that, no, this is your nature of a woman that is stopping you from doing the right thing. That fellow has to be punished. So understand the context. Now, in our society, Prabhuji and Mataji, the woman is always protected. Why? Because unwanted progeny will happen. Unwanted progeny is what? Illicit relationships and children. Prabhuji, can somebody serve prasadam to Mataji? Yeah. Unwanted progeny, very, very important. Our Sanatan Dharma is so great that it not only thinks about today's generation, it thinks about future generation. How the future generation should be, how unwanted progeny should not happen. Right? And that is the reason women and children are protected. Protected from unnecessary problems in the family. You see, now there is one more statement in Shastra. It's a very heavy statement, but you all should understand. If a man is polluted, meaning he goes to a wrong side, wrong direction, only his child is affected. If a man is polluted, only his child is affected. But if a woman is polluted, 7 generations are affected. It is told in Shastra. అర్థమైందండి అందరికీ? ఒక మగవాడు తప్పుదారిన పోతే ఒక జనరేషనే పాడవుతుంది. కానీ ఒక ఆడది తప్పుదారిన పోతే 7 తరాలు బాధపడతాయంట. 7 తరాలు. Why? Because woman gives all the education to the children. All values are passed on through the behavior of a mother. So important. So important. Right? And that is being understood now by the whole society. Even Western society, it is coming towards Krishna consciousness because they understood something is wrong. Something is clearly going wrong. I'll tell one example and we'll end the session today with this. This happened with me. I told this in SSR also, but it was so touching for me. I was in America. I was a manager, a program manager for one customer. Please hear this out. There was one lady. She became pregnant and she was part of my team. And I was also doing resource management that time. Meaning I have to replace anybody who goes. So people come and tell me in advance that, I'm going on leave. So I was actually waiting. When is she going to tell me? But I can see the stomach is growing, she's pregnant, but she was not telling me. I said, okay, someday she'll come and tell me. Names apart, I'll not tell her name, but she came and told me after almost 5 months, she came and told me, Lakshman, I'm pregnant and I might plan for my pregnancy. Immediately I told, okay, I already planned, don't worry. I'm already going to get somebody as your replacement for 3 months. Because 1 month before the pregnancy you will go and 2 months at least after. That much is already allowed by the company. You want to take more also, tell me. I'll make sure your job is not lost. The replacement will stay for more time. She said, okay. Then the thing is, then she told, I will tell you the day you can bring the replacement. Replacement is also ready in another project. So 1 month before the pregnancy, 8th month, she's not telling me anything. I was like, what is this? I can't go and ask, when are you going to take leave? So 3 weeks before pregnancy, she's not telling anything. 2 weeks before, literally, I know her due date because she told me. I'm telling my wife in the house, hey, this lady is not telling me. Every time I look at her stomach coming to office, I'm getting scared. Because office is in the mall, in between the office, between Boston, Copley Square, it's like in between. From there, any hospital is very little far away. So 1 week before, she finally came to my cabin. Lakshman, I'm going for leave. Thank you very much. You better go. You better go. I told her. And then she went. She went on leave. I immediately brought a replacement from another project. And good. 1 week after pregnancy, she comes to office. How much time she was supposed to take leave? 2 months at least after. It's eligible. She came to office. And she said, Lakshman, I can start from tomorrow also. She had a natural, not a cesarean, natural. I told, but you have a child, at your home, infant child. The child needs you all the time. You know how the small mothers know you better now. They won't even allow you to take bath also. No eating also. All the time crying. You have to be really patient to take care of children. And she said, no, I'm ready for tomorrow. Then I made her sit down. Beto, kept. You have time. You can. You know what she told? It pained my heart. She told, actually, Lakshman, we didn't plan for this child. It just happened. Anyway, my mother has come. She'll take care of my child. I'm not very patient to take care of him right now. So I want to come to office. I was so touched. I don't know. I just said, you go outside. I have a meeting. Because tears were rolling in my eyes. I could not accept. Think about the child whose mother is not very interested only. The bonding between the child and the mother happens in that time. The 9 months after the child's birth is when the bonding between the child and the mother happens. Because the austerity, remember the definition of austerity I told? Discomfort you take for higher benefit in future. That bonding happens in that time, and during that bonding, the mother is telling what? I'm not interested to take care of the child. My mother is taking care of the child. I'll come to office. The child will always wait for that warmth. Wait for the warmth of the breast of a mother, the hug of a mother. The child will always feel that bereftness. And you know what will happen? After 30 years after taking birth, he will start searching for that outside. That I have not found that love, not experienced that love and affection that I should have as a child. And that's where all psychological problems will start. There is a huge reason why a mother has to spend time with the child at that time. And what is happening in the so-called modern society? How many of you have flown back from US to India? Anybody here? One unfortunate thing you will see. Children are being transported from US to India. Have you heard of that? Have a child there. Because husband and wife both have to earn. Villa in Tellapur. Flat in Nanakaramuda. Loan kon barega? Husband and wife, both of them to work. For whom? For the child. For the so-called child. Right? Did the child ask for a flat or villa? Child asked for heart, warmth, happiness. Right? But what decision you made? I'll have children. I'll send my child with their grandparents to India. And once in a day, I will look at my child in webcam. Na kodke, na bitte, oh, mera beta, mera beta. I've seen that. I've seen that happening. It's happening right now. Go and see in the airports, the children are being transported. Infant children, 2 months old child, 3 months old child is being transported with grandparents. And grandparents at that age need some rest and they are struggling to take care of them. I've seen that happening. This is called unwanted progeny. Varna Shankaras. You understand? What is told in Bhagavad Gita is there even right now. The greatest thing that you can give to your child is not a flat in Nanakaramuda, not a villa in Telapur, is give parental affection, hug, cuddling, staying, crying, being with the child. That is the greatest asset. That's why when we get married, my wife told, I'm going to take care of children. I said, thank you very much. She's a microbiology student. She could have gone way up in her career also. She said, for me, my children are very important. I said, this is the greatest asset I can have. I'm not against anybody who's working, but I'm also telling there is a phase of life where nobody can compensate a woman, nobody can compensate a man. There are certain things which should happen in society. That is when we'll be peaceful, happy, and balanced and satisfied. As I told in the beginning, this purport is going to be heavy. This discussion is going to be heavy. Some of you might not have liked what I told, but please forgive me. I'm only trying to repeat what Krishna has told in Bhagavad Gita. The discussion that happened for all our good. The great happiness doesn't come from flats and villas. Happiness comes from relationships. Happiness comes from when we eat prasad. Because prasad is made with love. There is a difference between this, what you order in Swiggy, and what we got here. There is a devotee who gets up in the morning. His name is Karthik Prabhu. He chants the 16 rounds. Then he makes this prasad, offers it to Krishna, sends it here. It's different. Why? Because it has love inside it. It will help us progress in spiritual life. Right? So Arjuna's reasons are so thick. He's going to that extent where he's saying, Krishna, you're asking me to do the war? What about the family traditions? And what about the women afterwards? After the war, I can only see widows. And those women can be polluted. Those women can be badly affected if there is no guidance in the house. Is it a valid reason? Very dangerous reason. And just imagine what Krishna has to answer for this also. Krishna has not started answering it. Maybe next week we'll finish the remaining questions. Then the Krishna's answer will start. Are you ready for Krishna's answers?
Yes.
Yes, but you have to finish your FSR sessions also. Right? So I'm going to send another recording of session number 6. Who am I? Finish that as an assignment and try to, if you have not finished the remaining 1 to 5, my humble request, please hear them. As I told, the only thing you have to tolerate is my voice. Otherwise, everything else is helpful for you. Right? So let's also thank Srinivas Prabhu for fixing our internet by saying 3 Haribols. Haribol! 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 So you resolved the problem. I don't know what you did, but please attend every success.
You move the speaker wise.
Right?
Not ours. That day that when they ask.
Oh, he wants it.
Yeah.
Wait 2 minutes. I just sing the Aarti and wait.
I already put it connected.
Oh, you already connected.
Connected speaker.
Which one?
Mic to this.
Remove from there. Yeah. Keep it to mic one here, mic one. Hare Krishna. No, it's not working. Haribol, it's not working.
I'm not trying on. No.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Is this better than the past one? ये लेके आराम से नमस्ते नरसिंहाय श्री देव भगवान की जय श्री लक्ष्मी लक्ष्मण स्वामी भगवान की भक्त श्रोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्री भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की श्री गुरुदेव की निताय गौर प्रेमानंद। So today is the marriage anniversary of our Deepak Krishan Prabhu, who is here. So let us pray for Deepak Krishan Prabhu and his wife and family for a nice, happy married life which will take them back to Krishna. The Lord is chanting Hare Krishna mantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So thank you, Prabhuji, for sponsoring some part of Prashadam today. And I'm grateful to all Prabhuji and Matajis who have come forward and sponsored Prashadam. We can have Prashadam for the next 3 weeks without any problem. Krishna is always there. So you want to say something? Yes. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhujis and Matajis. I am Nagarati, corporate GM quality from my home. I am native of Tirupati, like Venkateshwar place. And I just wanted to give small message about Prabhuji.
Keep it here.
I request before I say something, why we all gather here on Sunday? Can anyone help me? Why we gathered, Matajis? Why we gathered here? Satsang?
To progress in spiritual life,
Bhagavad Gita class.
understand Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah. just now Prabhuji was mentioning, about the marriage anniversary. We all have to go back to Lord Krishna, right? So this is a place where it will help us to take that. I was working in Dubai around 10 years before, and to attend this satsang, I have to come almost 200 kilometers every Friday. There it is, weekend is Friday. I, along with my family, we drive almost 200 kilometers from the, Abu Dhabi to Dubai. Dubai only we have a great satsang. Sri Vallabhdas Prabhu is there. So I got an opportunity to attend every week, and about the blessings of Srila Prabhupada's disciples. I got a chance to meet almost all disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Also, I met these people in Mayapur. How many of you know Mayapur? Prabhuji? Oh, great. So you have been there? Got chance? So I visited once during recent 2-3 years before. It is under construction. It's going to be complete. Temple of Vedic Planetarium. It is the mission of His Holiness Devadak Swami. So to reach to God or back to Godhead, the only way is attending this satsanga. So that our Prabhuji, Lilananda Prabhuji, is helping all of us to take us towards the Lord Krishna. So let us all say glories to Prabhuji and chant 3 times Mahamantra.
Down.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare.
Magnetic Group, please bless me.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you all, Prabhuji and Mataji. Actually, you're all more knowledgeable than me. All of you have better quality than me, but you're tolerating me. Just if I'm making any mistake, please forgive like you forgive your servant in the house. But I'm here trying to endeavor doing this service only to purify myself. Nothing that I have to give you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And as we said, the question can never be wrong, answer can be. So ask your questions and we'll discuss the answers. Next week we'll meet. So one other announcement is, I don't know how you all celebrate your New Year, but we have a very different, unique way of celebrating New Year. We do kirtans, right? And not like kirtan that you do, me hearing. I don't know how to do proper kirtan, but we have many kirtanias. We all will come together and around 250 of us will do kirtan full night. It will be unbelievable. We'll dance, we'll do kirtan, we'll do dramas. We booked a hall already in my home avatar. It's already booked, right? So 31st night, please come with the whole family. Stay as long as you can until the midnight. We go on with Kirtan. We'll start the new year with Hare Krishna mantra. How beautiful it will be, right? So that Sunday we will not have a class. So it will be very late and next day morning you can't attend. So that Sunday, first of the year, we will not have a class. We will have a class in the second week, right? But block your calendar for Saturday evening. Hare Krishna. Please honor Prashada. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.